Hi, welcome to Karen K Reviews. Today I'm giving a recap and my thoughts on All American Homecoming Season 2, Episode 13, Lose to Win. This episode opens up with the Brinkston baseball team winning a game that leads them to the conference championship game, and everybody is celebrating this win. Next, the baseball team sees a trash talking message from the Eastview team. A couple of teammates want to respond, but Damon says that they should deliver their response in person on the field. JR and Santiago say they kind of miss cocky Damon. Simone explains to Nate and Keisha that things have been radio silent between her and Damon, but Keisha says that she has to say something to him. Simone talks to Damon and basically says she needs more time, but Damon says he knows what he wants. However, no one waits forever. The tennis team is leaving for a meet and they find out that Thea's not playing. Simone takes leadership and talks about how they shouldn't worry, that they can rework things, and they ultimately need to play their best. On the bus, Simone gets Coach Lonnie to put on some music to get everyone hyped up, but as soon as they start dancing and having a good time, they get pulled over and harassed by police for no reason other than that they felt like harassing black people. The team worries about Coach Lonnie and Tootie begins to record, but unfortunately the officer notices and makes the entire team get off of the bus and they search the team's bags. Tootie continues to record and the officer knocks her phone out of her hand and Coach Lonnie tells him to keep his hands off of her students and he arrests her basically because his ego is bruised. Simone says the officers don't get to test how strong they are, and they begin to stretch. Simone says that she knows the search is illegal and tells them that her mom is a lawyer. They finally let them go, but it's too late to participate in their matches, and their season is over. When they return, they end up having a sleepover together and vote to release the footage that Jade filmed. Amara and Marcus find out that they are going to have to move faster on the plan for the building that Marcus was able to get delayed. Marcus proposes leaking the information to the public to put pressure on the board to use the building for all students and not just athletics. Amara begins to receive pitches for the building, but none of them seem right. Eventually, after everything that has happened with the threats from earlier and the tennis team, she decides to make the building a mental wellness center for everyone. Damon decides to get his mind off of Simone, and he and the baseball team go to a party at the KEK house. The Eastview team shows up, and the two teams have a dart showdown. One Eastview player, Trevor, says that he feels like only certain HBCUs have a spotlight and that Brinkston doesn't deserve it. But Damon doesn't see it that way and walks off. Trevor thought that they were just talking trash, but Damon was triggered by him saying that he gets whatever he wants, but he doesn't have a relationship with Simone. Trevor and Damon talk, and Trevor tells him that he should put a limit on the time he gives Simone to make a decision. Nate prepares for the debate, but is torn between keeping a clean campaign and digging up dirt on her opponent. Nico brings up Simone's previous situation and plays it to seem that Nate is unfair. Walinda gives Nate tweets from Nico where he talks down about HBCUs, but Nate doesn't want to completely ruin Nico's reputation. Dr. Pace announces that the dance department will be holding a celebration in honor of her 25 plus years and perform her most iconic pieces. Keisha tells her that it's an honor to be able to perform those pieces, to which Dr. Pace responds that she wants Keisha's best and to not let her down. In rehearsal, Dr. Pace mentions a move that was in the original dance, and Keisha asks if she would teach her, but Dr. Pace says she should focus on the simple moves, with a little extra emphasis on simple, basically knowing that Keisha would take it as a challenge to learn the move, but she injures herself and finds out that the move was banned because it was too dangerous. Dr. Pace set her up to be injured and not to be able to complete her courses. Keisha decides that she will do whatever it takes to force Dr. Pace out of Brinkston. So these are my thoughts. I felt like the other team was kind of lame for putting up that video, then pulling up to campus to talk noise, but the conversation about only certain HBCUs getting attention is a real problem because we really need all HBCUs to succeed, not just a few. When the tennis team's bus got stopped, it was clear that they just wanted to harass them. The officer referred to them as girls, which can have racist undertones depending on who's saying it. Also, All American has me scarred with the bus scenes. They literally had no reason to stop them, and the officers kept escalating everything for no reason. A lot of times in situations like these, people can say that racial profiling and negative stereotyping is what would cause the police harassment. Basically, the assumption that if you're black, you have to be doing something wrong. But here, they literally pulled over a bus of university students. And to me, there's no stereotyping in this situation. They just wanted to harass just for the fun of it. Unfortunately, a lot of places like this still exist in America, which is why I really don't stop in small towns when I'm taking a long trip. even though I know police harassment and brutality can happen anywhere. As far as Nico's tweets, I feel like Nate did the right thing by not blindsiding Nico with his old tweets. A lot of people that attended HBCUs probably looked down on them prior to attending due to ignorance and internalized racism, basically believing that white is better before realizing how amazing they are. I felt like Keisha should have stopped trying to win over Dr. Pace a long time ago. With some people, you can't prove yourself enough ever. Also, the HBCUs, there is a culture of having to earn things, but Dr. Pace is just playing games. I was nervous for the tennis team and Coach Lonnie, and I was scared when Simone got everyone up to stretch because we are taught to be careful with our movements around cops, but at the same time, Black people often get harassed and brutalized by police regardless of how they follow the rules or not. I am glad that we saw the bond and connection of the tennis team, and Simone may still get a sisterhood there with them as well as the society. I also loved how the baseball team came together to support the tennis team, and it just shows how much of a family HBCUs are, even across HBCUs, such as the baseball rivalry. We talk trash, but there's still a connection because we know we have to support each other. What are your opinions on this episode? Comment down below. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.